Saturday was my birthday day.
Yes.
Last Saturday, yeah.
And the
Last
same
Saturday.
day, Uncle Dan, Akaka, Senator, former senator.
Yeah, well, his birthday is actually on
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, we celebrated.
And
Happy birthday.
Also, your daughter.
And my daughter, Hoku.
The beautiful Hoku.
Yes. And there are many others, obviously.
Mrs. Ebat.
Mrs. Ebat.
Celebrating her birthday today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And also we have, celebrating the birthday. Oh, today, Linda Gray.
Yes, Dallas.
Linda Gray.
JR's
Right about when you were
wife.
born.
Yeah.
No, just joking. Linda Gray from Dallas is 74.
Wow.
74.
That's cool. 74 is like the new 44.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else is in the 72 is Maria Mulder.
Midnight at the Oasis.
Midnight at the Oasis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, close. Okay, so anyway, also the original MTV VJ,
Can I guess?
Nina Blackwood.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
No.
I thought you were gonna
Is
say
62.
I thought you were gonna say Mia Peoples.
Oh, Nina
Oh,
Peoples.
yeah.
I think she was a
I remember
VJ
her
at
name.
some point. Yeah.
Wow. Actress Rachel Ward,
Mm-hmm.
57.
No, don't know who that is.
Yeah, okay, doesn't matter.
Struck out.
Singer Ruben Studdard
Yes.
is 36 years old. How do
Yes.
we know that name?
Oh, he was
Because
one of
of
the winners of American Idol.
American Idol.
Yeah.
Ruben Studdard.
One of
Came
them.
out of nowhere and was
Yeah,
beautiful.
I
and
didn't
went
know.
back into nowhere. evidently.
Well, he had health issues, but one of
Yeah.
the illustrious 12 or 13. I don't even know what episode they're on or season they're on anymore.
Yeah.
I don't either.
It's been many.
It's been many. But good stuff. So happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday today. Hau'oli Laha now. September 12th. Yesterday was September 11th, 9/11.
Yeah, it was.
So for some people it's kind of a, scary moment, it was a memorial moment also yesterday for something that happened that we'll never forget. In fact, Ikaika was right there, weren't you?
I was actually going to talk about that this morning. Like, where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you when 9/11 happened? You were.
I was
probably
calling you, finding out whether you were okay.
I remember
Remember?
that.
Son, where are you? And
that was a scary time.
And you were in
Yes.
Hoboken.
I was in Hoboken, right across from New York City, right across the Hudson River.
And you actually went to see what was going on?
Yeah, so that morning I went to go to the YMCA, worked out, and then I got home, and then because my band members and we all lived together, and then one of my band members came flying down the stairs right when I got home. He's like, "Turn on the TV," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, his mom worked for Continental Airlines, so she's like, "My mom just called me, said that a plane ran into the towers." And I was like, "No way! What are you talking about?" So turn on the TV, and sure enough, there's an anchor over there saying, we just there was a plane that ran into the towers, and so you're standing there, everybody's like looking around, baffled and bewildered, right? Like, what's going on? And why is the World Trade Center smoking? And then as he's talking, the second plane, boom, goes right into the tower.
Wow.
I was like, "Whoa! What is this?" And I mean, it's like something like out of a movie.
Surreal.
Yeah, it's so surreal. And then so. We thought it was a joke. Like we didn't think it was real. So we're like, come on, there's no way. And there's one way to find out. Let's go down to the Hudson River and look. So
that was genius, right there.
So we walked me and three of my band members. We all walked. We kind of sprinted down to the Hudson River because we wanted to see if this was like real or a hoax. And so we sprinted down there, and sure enough, both buildings were on fire. And then we saw one fall, and then the other one fall.
Wow.
We saw, and then immediately you had the F-16s flying over New York City, and I thought it was like World War III or something, and I was like, well, I'm gonna die today. So I just immediately went to the Hoboken track and started running. This is like, I'm gonna be running or working out if I'm gonna go down, So that's what I did, and then I'm getting calls from you and Mom, and just like that was a day that sort of changed the face of
history, and changed what was happening there. Even for you guys were in a band. You guys were all set, ready to go. You guys were happening.
Yep.
It was a great band element, and then everything changed. And
after 9/11, everything started downsizing, and so we unfortunately we were the Atlantic Records, and we they cut half their groups after 9/11.
And you ended up coming back to Hawaii.
Right.
Went to John A. Burns School of Medicine.
No, I didn't go to John. Hako went to John Burns. I went to USHU's, Uniform Services University.
Yeah.
But I finished my undergrad degree here. In biology, pre-med, in 2003.
That prepared you for medical school.
Yep.
Right.
So I went to medical school for a few years.
Yeah, and served in the Army.
Yep.
At a critical time. So it was very good. Ironically, you served right back home here at Wheeler.
Fortunately, I got to be stationed back home here at Wheeler and Schofield.
Yeah.
So yeah, for a couple
So
of years.
cool.
But yeah, that was
aloha to everyone. That was a memory that we'll never forget.
Yeah.
Leilani, what were you doing at
Oh
that?
gosh, we were asleep, and then but our roommate Kathy had the TV on, and then she, I just all of a sudden I heard the news and just sprung out of bed, and we were actually preparing for Hoku's birthday that day, and the same thing. I think all of us had that feeling. At the first one, it's like happy.
Yeah,
The
you're like,
second
no
one,
way.
when you actually watch the plane going in, and then you think, oh my God, and then find out everything's grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was nearing the last day, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, what is this day going to be like? What's the rest of our life going to be like?
Yeah,
are we
is
gonna
there
make it-
are we
to
gonna
be a
make it through
life?
And
today?
the whole point is, we think we have problems today, folks. Well,
Yeah.
we certainly do. Big island of Hawaii.
Yes,
And the
Aloha.
Very interesting problem.
Yeah.
Very
Something
interesting
very
because
endemic.
it's a part of nature,
Yes.
part of the volcanic
Well,
eruptional flow of lava,
And that shift
and
in
how
turn
it
just-
stepped up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, every different locale has their different sort of local, things that happen. And for us here in Hawaii, sometimes we get these like lava flows. If you go to say like the Midwest, or you get
Right.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
That's something that we're not really privy to here. I mean, we have some, but they're not like anything like how they are
What we're
in the
privileged
Midwest.
to this is they're able to
Oh, we got lava.
track and be able to predict a little bit better, so
Yeah,
people
so-
have time to prepare versus
Right,
tornadoes
right,
They're
yeah.
also
down.
they're also looking at alternate routes.
Right.
A road, one road right now. It's kind of a one-way road, but
Mhm.
at least it'll offer some kind of
Right.
relief for people who need to travel.
Mhm.
And it's very, very interesting.
Well,
what's
just
happening
one
in
word
Big
of
Island
advice.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
First the winds and the hurricane that went around, and then
Right,
now
right.
the volcanic eruption. I think that's the most serious
It's
thing
bringing
that's
their
happening.
community together, which is
Yeah, yeah,
Which is
and
great.
I think that's all important. And then the other thing is, hey, if you want to feel better, Miss America.
Ah.
Miss America in
I
Atlantic
don't know
City.
you, but
I don't know.
Hi, girls.
me being having a white
Hi,
chromosome
girls.
that makes me
Aloha.
feel better.
And we have our own contestant for Hawaii. No matter how big, it's not how big your state is. It's everybody has a representative, and
Mhm.
Miss America is something that's very, very positive and very good.
Mhm.
So we'll continue with, of course, what has been kind of interesting on and off the football field.
Oh,
Yes.
We'll get to
Which
that.
we'll delve into
Oh,
in just
yes,
a moment.
into
Yeah.
some moments of that. But
Delve
right
into
now,
that.
the traditional
You can't go
Hawaiian
bring
music, that
some-
is AM 940, AM940Hawaii.com.
And AM 940 on iHeartRadio and the TuneIn apps.
Okay, let's go, and we'll be right back. Brought to you by the way.
PSED and at PSED and its Pelotron company.
So mahalo. I'm Mocha McClellan, Harvard Kim, and executive team, and also over at PSED, Wendell Jung and Mahealani McClellan. Big mahalo for the team that works so that we can bring this public service program to you. Now the great sounds of Hawaiian music, traditional, right here on AM 940, AM940Hawaii.com, iHeartRadio app, and who knows what else.
And I know there's many, but yeah.
Oh, just a reminder
Mhm.
about traffic.
Yeah, so I was driving into downtown this morning, and there was an upturned Jeep on Ward and Beretania, and there were like 10 cop cars and then a
Wow.
fire truck and everything. So, and of course all the neighbors, outside, and I have no idea what.
Where's this? Where is this? Right at Ward Avenue.
It was on Ward Ave. The Jeep was upturned on Ward Avenue at the intersection with Ward and Beretania. But it was
Wow.
on Ward Ave, and there were about 10 cop cars and a fire truck there.
Wow.
And all the whole neighborhood was outside looking at what happened. I mean, it's kind of odd that you have an upturned Jeep at 5:30 in the morning.
Well, gee.
So-
I wonder what could cause that.
Exactly.
Okay. So now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for sports.
All right. Sports time, ladies and gentlemen. 6:16 a.m. I'm Ika Kawano. Go Sports. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the matter, shall we? So what is going on with the Rainbow Warriors after last week's 38-30 loss to Oregon State at home with a final score that appears much closer than the game actually was if you caught it live at Aloha Stadium or on CBS Sports? And with our starting running back out again indefinitely after breaking his right ankle and starting outside linebacker out for the season with a torn ACL in his left leg, it's again looking like a superstar to a super season for the Rainbows. Well, ready or not, Punahou grad Steven Lakalaka will get his chance to shine as the starting running back tomorrow when the 0-2 Bulls take on the 0-1 University of Northern Iowa Panthers, 6 p.m. Hawaii time. And unlike the first two games, which were shown live on CBS Sports, if you want to see this one, you actually got to make the trek down to the stadium, as the Revolution will not be televised. So with Coach Chow's awful 4-22 overall record in this now his third season at the helm of our Bows, what would it take to right this ship? we would need a miracle at this point, or maybe just a miracle worker. So those of us who are versed in Bow's lore can think of one person who can save the day, right? And that person formerly took us to levels previously undreamt, like a BCS Sugar Bowl in 2008. Granted, we lost, but that year, under the guidance of Coach June Jones, his slick run and shoot, and with a groomed gun-slinging Colt Brennan as the second runner-up in the Heisman Trophy race that year, leading to the Bows to a perfect 12-0 season and a BCS Bowl bid and a national ranking, wouldn't it be the most amazing thing to perhaps recapture the magic? Well, interestingly, funny I should mention that, because on Monday, Coach June Jones, the winningest coach, by the way, in University of Hawaii history, abruptly resigned from the team for which he left UH, the SMU Mustangs, after recently signing a 3-year extension with them. Could he be returning to UH is the first thought on everyone's mind. But the real question is, after getting blown out 88-6 in his first 2 games this year before abruptly hanging it up and going 5-7 last season at SMU, the real question is, what's going on with June, and should he return to Hawaii, can he bring back that magic? Hey, well, going 5-7 last season, he still has more wins than Chow overall 2 games into his 3rd season, so I'll take that any day. And in other college football news, our old foe, the Cougars of BYU, are off to a blazing start this season with a strong to quite strong 3-0 start and a national ranking after defeating Houston 33-25 last night. Powerhouse quarterback Taysom Hill threw for 200 yards and a touchdown while running for another 160 yards and another score, while Jamal Williams, very Tebow-esque this guy, while Jamal Williams rushed for 139 yards and 2 TDs for BYU, who's now 3-0. BYU jumped out to a 23-0 lead, but Houston 1 and 2 scored 15 straight points before halftime. And according to BYU alumnus and Super Bowl 29 MVP, Mr. Steve Young, on Wednesday's PTI, pardon the interruption, 2 grumpy old men arguing about sports, watch out for the Cougars this season. And in the LPGA Evian Women's Championship in France, we have a South Korean teen phenom whose 19-year-old Hyo-Ju Kim made history look easy with barely a glitch as she posted the lowest score ever in a major with a 10 under par 61.
Whoa.
To open, that's lower than Tiger Woods ever had too.
Wow.
Yeah, with a 61 to open. No, actually, I think Tiger Woods had a 59 at one point.
No,
he didn't.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I gotta go look into that. Well, Shield posted a 10 under 61 to open the Evian Championship on Thursday, and to boot, the first round of her major debut achieved perfect symmetry with 5 birdies each on the front and back 9. The previous best score in a women's major was 62 by Minja Blomqvist of Finland in the 3rd round of the 2004 British Open, also when she was 19, and future Hall of Famer Lorena Ochoa in the 1st round of the 2006 Kraft Nabisco Championship. Meanwhile, Michelle Wee's bid for a 2nd major ended a little bit early as she retired after just 13 holes, clearly still feeling the effects of a recent finger injury.
Owie. She looks so cute when she winces in pain.
Yeah, with the blue patch in her hand.
Yeah.
We had 2 double bogeys and was 5 over when she pulled out. The U.S. Women's Open champion was returning after 5 weeks out and missing 4 tournaments following a stress reaction in her right index finger. We said she should be able to play next month, however. And there's your look at sports on Aloha Friday.
Woohoo!
All right.
That's the way it happens, folks. That's the way it happens. Yes, definitely. As for the game tomorrow, it starts 6 o'clock. It's late. Because there's no television broadcast of the big loser deals with other major teams. Okay, so we're going to 6
So we got 2
o'clock.
offers.
Yes?
We got 2 offers playing each other tomorrow. 0-2 and 0-1.
Yeah, yep.
So what are your
definitely.
thoughts?
Thoughts are, I saw in the paper that they had an article about Jim Donovan and his son.
Okay.
And, you know, Jim was athletic director. So I want to say aloha to Jim Donovan.
Right.
A class guy.
Yeah.
You know, when UH lost Jim Donovan, they lost a class man. Okay? And needless to say, they followed up with a lot of other pretty terrible decisions. But, hey, who's counting?
It's life in the tropics, I guess.
And aloha to his son, Josh, I guess, who also part of the University of Hawaii. And
it's interesting how these names are coming back into the news. That's all, you know.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
It's all worth it. It's all worth it. It's all good. And hopefully, tomorrow will be the beginning of a new leg. I don't care about the legacy. Let's just go with the leg first.
Well, we do have new legs at the running back position.
We have to.
We do have new legs.
Was the other leg broke?
The other leg was broke, so we got new legs.
Broke, no can. Broke, no can.
If
Okay.
can. If no can, no can. If
Okay,
broken
okay.
leg, no can.
Yeah, so we wish you the best. Coming up, we're going to have our very, very special first guest,
Yes.
all the way from Florida. We'll talk to him. And he's just gotten a new position, so that's a lot of fun. So the connection will be happening from Hawaii all the way to Florida when we return. I'm Kimo Kahuano.
Zikai Kakawano.
And Leilani Kupaho Marino.
And this program proudly brought to you by
Peace and its Pelatron Companies.